throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. He's got his guys in midseason form already, an impressive 3-0 start to the year. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll run the draw with Irving. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 43.
Once again, it's Irving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
41-yard line.
In motion, the tight end.
Now they'll switch it up here with the throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Irving is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Irving.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
But a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That was short one to Gesicki. A beautiful, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Racing to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Bucky Irving, 75 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team was truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Here's the option. Oh, what a move. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll go with a keeper. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. These two teams all tied after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. The Ravens hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out. Bring in extra.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens have moved out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, the pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Gain on the play.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. In the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught.
And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. and 10. Here's Irving. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A pickup of 2.
And they'll run again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Down and goal to go.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Well, he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to use his legs here. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run up the middle with Irvin.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Boy, stays up.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And that's going to be incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Looking to put a drive together. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 35.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. How about this? He's to the 10.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
A great play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will tie things at 20 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Now he'll tuck this,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. attack. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Running the toss to Irvin. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the way. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Luke now for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. Well, the Bengals have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. The Bengals drive about to get going. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This 2nd and 4.
Number 1. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 48-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Option play. Here's a give to Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by section. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And it is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's a better Bengals first 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.